What's going on, everybody? I'm David Jackson, and today is going to be a very unique experience as a part of my class assignment, and that is to be blind for a day. The whole purpose of this project is really to kind of put myself in somebody else's shoes. It's going to be very interesting. So far, I'm already feeling a bit nervous because as a blind person, as I was doing some of the researches, particularly someone that would be new to being blind, you have those fears of not having control, not really having your bearings on your surroundings. And so this should be a very interesting experience. I'm about to go into my fitness class and I'm going to be blind. I have my blindfold, I have my stick, and I'm going to be working out, along with the fact that after that I'll be going through some of the things that kind of some blind people kind of normally go through. I won't be able to have the full experience because we only have about 6 hours, but I'm going to do my best to get into full character. So with that said, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous because me personally, I'm used to having my bearings and control over everything that aspects of my life, at least visually. So this is going to be interesting to have to trust other people to help me and to, so without further ado, officially blind. So what's so interesting about this is that I'm curious to see, with just kind of going through my normal everyday routine, how familiar I will be with just different areas. Right now I'm at school, so I'm kind of familiar, but I'm not that familiar. So we'll see how this works. Here we go. I have no idea how I look in that workout, but I gather it's probably pretty humorous. But one of the things I noticed is that on the way to walking to the class, I had no sense of space in terms of how many steps it took to get to my class. And I actually walked past the class, I think, and didn't even know that I got to the end of the hallway pretty fast. And I noticed also during the class that normally when I would come into class, people would, be kind of laughing and joking and stuff. And I noticed that people were helpful, but it was really quiet in the class today. And I didn't know if it was me, and people were just checking me out and kind of watching to see, how I was going to respond to not being able to see. So it was interesting, and plus I noticed that my hearing senses kind of picked up, because things that I would normally not pay attention to, now I pay attention to. The sense of when you feel like you're approaching an object, it's kind of a feeling you have, or hearing someone breathe or cough, little things that we just kind of take for granted as we go about our day. So I'm gonna make an attempt to head to the part where my assistant, Asa from P-Town media will be guiding me. I might end up needing you to guide me because I have no idea where I'm at. I noticed when I was walking, I would hear voices a particular way and had certain emotions. Like I can sense a kind voice versus someone, that was just busy doing what they were doing. Someone coughing, being able to sense those, hear those things and know what direction it came in. But I guess the real somewhat insecurity was you don't know how people are perceiving you. And I think that only really happens for those that are newly blind versus someone who has been blind or has years of experience, because they don't really think about those things from my understanding. So the rest of today should be very interesting, getting ready to go and prepare to do my job. And so this will be the first time I'll be doing what I normally would do when I would go to work, except I'm impaired. So it should be interesting. It should be really interesting. It's just interesting. It just takes time. So I think because I'm kind of familiar with the layout, not as comfortable as being at home, but familiar work environment. So So, the experiment is officially now over. Oh my God. Woo. My eyes have to adjust. It has been a pleasure to experience what it's like to be blind for a day. So I have to tell you that, again, the importance that I've learned from this experience is that never assume you know how someone feels or what someone's life is like just from external. It's really important to do your research, actually communicate with someone to find out what their life is like, instead of just going on your own assumptions. So it's good to know that if something would happen with my eyes, I don't have to stop DJing. So on that note, hope you learn something from this. I most definitely learned something from this, and see you later. This is OG1. David Jackson, aka OG1, your official Portland Trailblazer DJ, Soul Republic DJ, Nike DJ, etc., etc., etc.
They say money make that
What's going on, people? It's your guy DJ OG1, your official Portland Trailblazer DJ. You are now tuned into P-Town Media. That's right, you know what all the good media, news, entertainment, all that. You know